What's up guys, Draco here, talking about trophies. Because, yeah, I'm not a winner at many things. But yeah, I've been playing Pokemon Champions since it released. I've been playing it quite a bit. Not loads, but decent-ish amount. I think about Pokemon a lot. I used to play a lot of Pokemon Showdown. I still play a lot of Pokemon Showdown, in fact. Even since I was a kid, I was playing loads of Pokemon. So I love Pokemon. It's great. And I'm not very good at it, because I've only recently started caring about competitive. But the other thing is, I've noticed that I don't really care about winning and stuff, which is kind of like, I don't know what these gestures are. I'm just trying to be more animated, so it's more exciting. Yeah, I just think that, when it comes to winning something, I don't really care that much. The way I win is not by winning in a game, it's simply by having the most fun, which is really good for me, because if I felt like I won simply by winning, then I wouldn't win very often. If I win by having fun, that's pretty easy. I don't have to be good at it to have fun. That's also why in a lot of games I'll do, this is especially true for real life games, where I'll just do really stupid stuff. But hey, what if I try and do a flip and then I just completely mess up because I can't do a flip? Or it's like, hey, what if I try and do this weird way to try and catch it or throw it or something? If it's like a frisbee or a ball game or something. It's just like, I'm having a great time. Most people around me probably aren't, bothered. Because I try and play, it's not that I surround myself with people that, aren't all competitive like me. As in, like me, also not being competitive. But it's more so that I just don't really play many games with those people who are really competitive. Or, I play different kinds of games. If it's like a ball game and I know someone loves football, then I'm like, they might be a bit, competitive about it. If they really enjoy football but they just don't care about winning, like I do, then I'll obviously play with them. I'm not a big fan of football, but there's most games I will, try it. Even if I'm not usually a fan of it, I'm like, yeah, with the right company, every game can be fun. There are certain games where I'm just like, I don't get the point of playing it, like Snakes and Ladders and Monopoly, but any physical game, I feel like, I'm just like, yeah, why not? Unless it's, something that's kind of like Twister is something you can really only play with the innocence of a child, because it's just uncomfortable as an adult. It's just weird, you're just twisting around each other. It's like, I don't think I'm, close enough with many friends to play Twister, and I also don't want to play Twister that badly. If I was like, oh, I really want to play Twister, then I'd be like, yeah, I can give up the discomfort. But it's like, I don't actually care that much for this game, and it's kind of awkward. Let's just play something else. But yeah, I don't know, the reason I'm against Monopoly is it just takes so long, and I feel like the game's decided in about maybe the first 10 minutes. I'm like, why? I think I've dunked on Monopoly a lot on this channel, but I really dislike it. And Snakes and Ladders, I'm like, there's no purpose me being here if every person in my position would play the exact same things. Or it maybe games like Monopoly, I guess you wouldn't do the exact same things, but it's if I just told someone, hey, here's my strategy is buy everything I can and then just see what happens, it's like, great. Not a very interesting game, is it? So yeah, I don't really know. I need to get better at not saying I don't really know. After I called myself out last episode on that, I now realise that I say it all the time. It's just like a stalling mechanism. But I feel like participation trophies just feel bad. I guess as a kid, you're like, yay, I got a trophy, and it's cool. I think it's because as a kid you're usually very materialistic, because you don't have that much else to look at. It's quite hard to be intrinsically motivated as a 4-year-old who doesn't understand life. And I'm not blaming them whatsoever. I'm not a fan of kids, but I can't fault them because they're simply just being a kid, and I'm sure I was just as annoying, if not worse. But yeah, I think it's when you get past a certain age, you become like you're doing a thing because you want to do it. Usually, I mean, there's a number of reasons you might be forced into something. Your parents might force you. You might feel like you're like, oh, I was good at this as a kid, so I have to keep going with it because I might be great. And then like peer pressure and stuff. It's like there's a number of reasons why you can feel forced into something, but it's usually to some extent your decision of like, hey, I want to do a football match because I kind of enjoy football. And then at that point, the participation trophy is simply the fact you participated, as opposed to actually being a physical trophy. Because, like, what are you going to do? Display this trophy, like, oh yeah, I got a participation trophy. And I'm like, okay, cool. It's like, you know, just be like, I'm happy I participated. I don't need something to show this. Maybe other people, like, I feel like it comes off backhanded, honestly. Not backhand, but I just feel bad when I get participation trophy. I'm like, I don't want this. I don't really care for trophies in general. I think trophies should be only for like very big achievements. It's also like if I get a first in like a school event and it's like, I mean, I wouldn't because I'm not already skilled in anything. The only times I ever come first in like a school prize thing is when it's like, oh yeah, best classicist, and it's like I'm the only one there who's eligible for the prize. No one else is a classicist. Yeah. Yeah, I've never won anything out of skill. I've just won everything out of being the only eligible candidate. That's why if you have like a son, you should like get them into gymnastics, because like there's no other male gymnast, so you'll win that. If you have a daughter, the world's very male dominated, you can probably get them into many sports. Because, yeah, the world kind of sucks. Anyway, but I just feel like trophies, if you win a really big event, and it's like the World Cup or something, the Olympics, or in esports if it's like a huge tournament, World Championships or something, or like it doesn't have to be something that's mainstream, but it still has to be a big event for that hobby, I feel like. Like, I'm sure maybe there's like a world best in the world at making pottery. I think that still deserves a trophy. I don't know how you measure pottery. I don't really like measuring, or like competitions for things that should be subjective. Because like running, I can see that person ran faster. Like Pokemon, I can see that person's team won. Chess, I can see that person won. Like, it's like diving. It's like, oh yeah, their flips are really cool. I'm like, how do you judge this? This is just subjective as all hell. And it's like, okay. I'm like, it can be really impressive, and I can be like, I can really appreciate like, oh, all these gymnasts are really cool, but I don't know who's better. And like, maybe if someone messes up, it's like, okay, yeah, I can understand that for the mess up, but otherwise, is it not just like I like their routine more, but it's just like the other one might have been just as impressive. It's just not. Maybe I just prefer flips to something else. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really get ranking gymnastics, but I do think it's very impressive, and I enjoy watching it, but yeah. But I feel like trophies should be more special. Because in my head, a trophy is like the peak of like, oh, this is so amazing. It's like, it gets given out for so many things that it kind of loses its value. Also, this is my opinion on a lot of things. It's also like swear words. Like, if someone swears in every sentence they say, that has no value anymore. But if someone swears once a year, when they give that one swear word out, it is terrifying. Or like, a favourite food. If you have it all the time, you're probably going to be like bored of it. But if you have it once a year, it's like, wow, this is amazing. I think that Scarcity makes things so much more exciting. Yeah, this is the warm beers theory all over again. Put some beers in your boot, and then if you always have warm beers, that one day where it's a cold day and you have cold beers, you're like, wow, this is amazing. So yeah, I think lower your expectations and your like happiness levels will increase. But also, if it's meant to be a big reward, also make sure that reward isn't given out very often, so that when it's given out, increase happiness levels. Yep. Basically, that's the conclusion to this video. I could have summed this up in like 2 minutes, but you know, we've all. Remember, I don't plan anything out. I just sort of start talking and then see where it leads me. I didn't have any idea I was going to end up with that as my ending, but I think it's actually a decent ending compared to a lot of the others. So yeah, go be proud of yourself, and you don't need a trophy to be proud of yourself. Have a good day, and I'll see you another time, maybe. Who knows? Bye!